Okay, in this video we are going to take a look at writing into a text file. Remember, in paper 2 you are only going to be required to work with text files. So we are going to take a look at how we can write into a text file first. Okay, we recently studied classes, right? Object oriented programming. There's a built-in class called io.streamWriter. Now this built-in class has been written to help us write into text files. So we are going to be using this class io.streamWriter. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to declare an object of type io.streamWriter. So we are going to say dim fh as, and we want to call the constructor of this class, right? So we're going to say dim fh as new io.streamWriter. So we are calling the constructor of this class, and inside the constructor we can pass the name of the file as the parameter. Okay, we can pass the name of the file as the parameter. So we can say something like a2.txt. so this is going to create a text file called a2. When we pass this name as the parameter, this is the file that is created by the io.streamWriter class. The constructor of the io.streamWriter class creates this file by the name of a2.txt. Okay, so where is this file created? Basically, it's basically created in our hard disk. It's created in the hard disk drive. Okay, so a file named a2.txt has been created. So that's part 1 of what we wanted to do. Can we also specify the path? For example, can we say something like this: create this file, but please create it in the C folder? So can we give the complete path of where we want to create this file called a2.txt? Yes, we can do that. So in this case we have said create this file in the C folder and you should name it a2.txt, and we have done that using the constructor of the io.streamWriter class. Remember, new is the keyword which indicates that we are using the constructor of a certain class. Okay, so the new keyword indicates we are using the constructor. Okay, now that we are done creating with the class, we want to write into the class. Remember, this is our object, and using this object we can access the different methods that have been written into the class. Remember, you also used to define a class and you used to write the setter and getter methods inside the class, so that you could set the values of attributes inside the class, or you could get the values of the attributes in the class, right? Similarly, we can use this object fh to access the different methods that have been provided in the class. One of the methods that have been provided in the class is called the write line method. It's called the write line method. So this is a method that is inside our io.streamWriter class. Okay, this method allows us to write a single line, a complete line into our file. So basically this is what we've done so far. We have created a file called a2.txt, right? In the first instruction, this is what we've been able to achieve. Now in the second one, right here, what we are doing is we're using a method that has been provided in this class streamWriter, io.streamWriter, and we're using this method to write a line into our class. So let's just write something. Let's say we said hello world, right? So we've passed a string value inside this write line function as a parameter. Okay, so this is our parameter, it's a string value. What this is effectively going to do is, when this instruction gets executed within this file, this is what's going to be written down. This is what's going to be written down into this file. A complete line saying hello world is going to be written. if you write another fh dot write line instruction, what's going to happen? And you say pak park, right? So this one got executed first, and this is the one that's going to get executed next. This value is going to be written on the next line. Okay, just one more variation. Can we do something like this? Can we do for example, dim x as string, right? And then we say x equals console dot read line, right? So we're basically taking the value from the user and giving it to x. And can we do something like this now? fh dot write line x, and yes, we can do it. So basically, let's assume the user here typed a value hi, right? So this hi basically is the value that is assigned to this variable x. When we execute this line, this new value, which is this new string value, which is basically the value of x, is going to be written on the next line. So we'll have something like hi written here. Okay, once we are done writing with the line, one final very important step is to close the file. And to close the file, once again we are going to use a method that has been provided inside the io.streamwriter class, and the method is called close. So we are going to call fh dot close, and this is how you can write to a file. Is that clear? This is how you can write to a file.